I think she is.
Yes, now it is coming. Now it is coming.
Oh my God,
Preeti,
lot of
you have
disturbance.
to
Oh my
unmute
God.
yourself.
Yes, now it is coming.
This is not going live anywhere, right, sir? Yes, recording started.
Okay. ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಿ ನಾನು ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ?
No, sir.
ಅವ್ರು ನೀವು ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಓಡಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಇನ್ನು 3 ಜನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸರಿ ಸರಿ. ಅವರ ಆಗಿದೆ 84% ಇದೆ ಸಾಕಲ್ವ? ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಭಾರ ಸರ್.
ಸರ್ ಇದು ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಭಾರ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಸರ್?
ಇದು ಭಾರ, ಈ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಭಾರ ಇದೆ. ಸಖತ್ ಹೈ ಎಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲ
ಅದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅಷ್ಟು ಭಾರ.
ಅದು ಪ್ರೋ.
ಅದು ಏರು ಸರ್.
ಏರು ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರು ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ.
ಹೌದು ಸರ್. ಮೇಡಮ್ ಸಾರಿ ಮೇಡಮ್.
Preeti, you have to unmute yourself. Hello.
The video was like audible.
No,
Okay. Let me check.
server suggesting you to unmute yourself.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, fine then. I'll do it. Is it okay
In an
now?
era when ancient wisdom was buried under years of ritualistic practices, when games became wars and wars were played like games, a young boy was found in deep meditation in a quaint village in South India known as Ravi Shankar. He would say, "I have family everywhere. People are waiting for me." He astonished his teachers by reciting the Bhagavad Gita at a tender age of 4. With his education in Vedic literature and physics and his deep and profound knowledge of the spiritual world, he became one of the most prominent sages of the modern world. All through his life, He has been reviving ancient knowledge and creating tools and techniques that have benefited millions across the globe in living a deeper and a more joyous life.
Can we start?
1981, the art of living was established by Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi
The
Shankar.
video.
Can you see the video?
Nurtured
Yeah,
by
yeah.
his contribution,
After the
his
video, we'll start.
rapidly grown
Okay.
across 156 countries, reaching over 450 million people.
More people are searching harder for inner peace these days. Would you agree?
Correct.
One of Gurudev's most unique offerings to the world is the Sudarshan Kriya, a powerful breathing technique that facilitates physical, mental, emotional, and social well-being. He has designed 57 exclusive courses that empower individuals and cater to the needs of a wide spectrum of institutions in the society. Back then, Gurudev started the Art of Living service projects by taking responsibility of reviving a sinking school which had no funds. Today, his intention has manifested in over 702 free schools, which provides education and food to more than 80,000 children in rural and tribal parts of India. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the Art of Living Foundation pioneered the I Stand With Humanity initiative, providing more than 80 million meals to the daily wage earners in over 170 cities across India. The service initiative during the pandemic included the distribution of 6,000 tons of food to 5 million families. It helped set up 7 COVID care hospitals and provided with over 200,000 PPE kits. Trauma relief programs were also conducted for more than 1 million migrant laborers and COVID warriors to bring mental relief. To combat the fear, stress, and anxiety during such times, Gurudev launched the World Meditates campaign and also personally conducted online guided meditations twice daily, touching the lives of millions by bringing solace and keeping the hope alive. From childhood, Gurudev had immense faith in the principle of non-violence. With escalating violence and conflict in the world, Gurudev has brought peace in situations where war seemed like the only solution. Thousands of militants and Naxalites laid down their weapons and chose meditation in the northeast and other parts of India.
এই সংগ্ৰামখনত আমি সফল হ'ব নোৱাৰিলোঁ। লাষ্টত গম পালোঁ যে হস্ত সংগ্ৰামৰ জৰিয়তে আমি জাতীয় মুক্তি সংগ্ৰামত জয়ী হ'ব নোৱাৰিম।
His efforts include bringing an end to a 52-year-old fierce conflict between the FARC and the Colombian government.
Ojalá podamos los colombianos abrazar pronto el principio gandiano de la no violencia. Coincidimos con el maestro Shankar.
Gurudev has visited Iraq several times and addressed peace conferences to bring respite to the nation and its citizens. He has hosted a series of trust-enhancing interventions in Jammu and Kashmir, providing all the stakeholders to voice their opinions in an effort to restore peace in the valley.
I was named Muhammad, but after becoming a militant, I was called Khalid. We had been taught to operate guns, arms, and train other youths. But now, after doing the Art of Living course and meeting Sri Sri, we realized we had chosen the wrong path. We now want to spread love and non-violence in Kashmir.
Gurudev's programs have impacted people involved in armed conflicts across the world, making him a global ambassador of peace.
We gather today in this wonderful occasion of tolerance, blessed by our Master of Love.
Gurudev strongly believes that behind every culprit, there is a victim crying for help. The Art of Living prison program is helping to rehabilitate the prisoners. It has reached out to over 800,000 prisoners globally and has brought immense transformation in their lives.
I especially look forward to fights. But now since doing this course, I'm a total different person. I can now walk away from a fight
I don't think any human being is totally bad. If he is bad, it's only his understanding, his behavior, his actions. But there is a good side to him. I only see that.
The Art of Living's Welcome Home Troops project has transformed lives and brought veterans out of aggression and depression. 94% of these veterans who were suffering from the unseen wounds of war reported peace of mind and reduced stress and anxiety levels. The Art of Living has also been working towards the betterment of the environment. 40 plus rivers and thousands of water bodies in India have been revived. Conducted more than 100,000 cleanliness drives. Planted over 81 million trees in 36 countries. More than 2.2 million farmers have been trained to adopt natural farming till date. Gurudev found the Sri Sri Rural Development Program Trust to empower rural India. Volunteers have developed thousands of model villages across India, providing solar energy to over 90,000 individuals under Light a Home project. Gurudev's vast global network of volunteers is well known for mobilizing trauma and disaster relief for the affected populations around the world. In a world torn apart by religious, social, national, and cultural divides, Gurudev's vision is to see the whole world as one family. Gurudev inspired Guinness World Record events like the World Culture Festival. The festival brought together over 3.75 million people from 155 countries with spectacular performances on a breathtaking 7-acre stage equivalent to 6 football fields by 36,602 dancers and musicians from around the globe, celebrating the diversity of all faiths and cultures. The Art of Living has hosted historic events leading to multiple Guinness World Records.
If you can have a mind of a scientist and a spiritual force of His Holiness Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Ji gives, then we have a beautiful world and happy world and prosperous.
And organizing a meeting no politician on earth could ever dream of.
The Art of Living Foundation. For 25 years, it worked on programs promoting peace, combating violence and drug addiction, empowering our youth. It has an incredible following that cuts through all religions, cultures, and backgrounds. A very, very difficult thing to do in today's world.
Gurudev has been conferred with numerous awards around the globe, including the highest civilian award of Colombia, Mongolia, and Paraguay, the Padma Vibhushan, one of India's highest civilian award, and 21 honorary doctorates globally. His vision for the world is to see a smile on every face and create a stress-free and violence-free society.
The voice of peace, the voice of truth should be heard loud and clear.
Shall we start, Vinod?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. A very good afternoon to all of you. This is a part of our faculty development program, a mandatory requirement from AICTE, where one session should be there on the life sciences. We all know about Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Ji, who is a world-renowned humanitarian, spiritual leader, and an ambassador of peace and human values. Through his life and work, Gurudev has inspired millions around the world with a vision of a stress-free and violence-free world. The programs designed by Art of Living provide techniques and tools to live a deeper and more joyous life. As all of us know, with this way of how we are in the current scenario, I think this session will give us a bit of relaxation. And today, to share how exactly we can lead our life in the sense a stress-free life, we have Dr. Vinod Kumar with us. He is a productivity expert, leadership trainer, and a doctor turned meditation teacher. Vinod Kumar is a follower of Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Ji, a global humanitarian, which I just now introduced him. Dr. Vinod is a versatile individual. He has done his master's in business and management and a diploma in digital marketing, in addition to a bachelor's degree in dental surgery and 2 certificate courses in medical emergencies. He first rose to fame when the Hindu newspaper interviewed him on 31st Jan 2014 and published a 2-page article with the titles Patriotic Games and Train, Educate and Empower. In the last 14 years, he has been a part of several national campaigns related to health and education. A few examples are Yogathan, Meditate India, Drug Free India, and a volunteer for a better India. He is a versatile leader with an exceptional ability to inspire individuals, not only to break their barriers and excel in life, but also to take responsibility and contribute to the society. As an EA speaker, he educates young and old about the benefits of yoga and meditation, empowers them to practice the techniques without any prejudice. As a passionate trainer, he conducts various stress management, self-development, and leadership programs of the art of living to people from all walks of life. His participants include doctors and patients, scientists and artists, CEOs and managers, directors, principals, faculty, students of all age groups. He recently presented to eminent scientists and Nobel laureates from various places about the scientific benefits of Sudarshana Kriya. The Art of Living's yogic breathing technique at the 107th Indian Science Congress and received profound appreciation. Our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji was the chief guest for the event, which was inaugurated on 3rd Jan 2020. He has recently conducted a special leadership program for the staff of NAC, an organization that assesses and accreditates higher education institutions. As the COVID-19 pandemic is causing panic among everyone, along with a team of committed and dedicated volunteers, he has taken the initiative and conducted online meditation and breathe workshops for COVID warriors, specifically doctors, nurses, and paramedics across Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh by collaborating with Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences and Dr. NTR University of Health Sciences in June 2020. So we have Ms. Preeti also with us today. Once I requested them and spoke about the faculty development program and the requirement that we have. Both of them readily agreed. They volunteered themselves. They said we would be happy to be a part of this FDP. Let's all listen to Dr. Vinod Kumar. Dr. Vinod Kumar, over to you. Thank you and welcome to both Preeti and Vinod Kumar. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for such a wonderful introduction. Truly, it's an honor to be here and a privilege to serve all of you. So before I begin, I just want to ask Apna Saxena, do you have a question, madam or sir? Your hand is raised. Can you unmute yourself and speak?
I think it is by mistake, Vinod. You can continue.
Okay, thank you. So all of us are here on this planet to do something wonderful, to achieve something valuable, and to live a life that is full of joy, love, freedom, and purpose. Agreed? Yes or no? Now, why only a few of us are leading the lives of our dreams? And so many of us are lagging behind. So if you want to know answer to this question, and if you want to know reasons for your success and lack of success, your victory or defeat, your happiness or lack of happiness, thank you for joining me on this session. So in this session, you will learn, in addition to a little introduction to yoga, pranayama, meditation, and Ayurveda, you will also learn tools and techniques that have helped millions of individuals across the world to achieve a life of joy, love, freedom, and purpose. And I think that is what all of us are here for. Yes or no? So please excuse me, I'm so much used to using Zoom where I see their faces and hear their voices. Is that not possible at all on Microsoft Teams, or is it possible?
No, no, it is possible, and participants who wants to come on video, you are welcome.
Okay. So
they can.
Just do, I'll just pick, yes sir, Dr. Hemraj. You are not audible, sir. Probably have to unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you want to say something? Ask something?
Sir, I'm enjoying my life. I love to do research, and that's what makes me motivated to do a research and live a comfortable life. That's it.
Okay, very
and
good.
I'm also engaged into spiritual activities also, which makes me feel comfortable every single day.
Very good. So nice of you. So a 30-second intro, two more people. Yeah. Next person who wants to share.
Actually,
Does anybody else? Arpana Saxena is on the screen again. Does anybody else want to share? Okay, fine. So there are two kinds of people. You probably have heard this, or maybe told your students this. One, open-minded people, or in other words, fixed mindset. Sorry, in other words, growth mindset. Two, closed-minded people, in other words, fixed mindset. So with the people who are closed-minded or fixed-minded, they think they know everything. They have seen everything, they have heard everything. Therefore, what happens? They are closed for further opportunities for growth and contribution. Then there are the other kind who are open-minded, who have this growth mindset, which means they are willing to explore new ways, willing to learn new things, so that they can improve their life and the quality of the life of the people around them. And since all of you are here, it clearly means that you're all open-minded people. So you can give a pat on your back, on your shoulders for yourself. Okay. So it will be nice, whoever can switch on their video can switch on, otherwise it's just boring for me to watch my own face. I'm this Arpana Saxena's fan. Can you remove this, Preeti or Naveen sir? Yeah. So there are 4 ways of learning, which you probably may not have come across before, because this is something that I have developed through my insight. First way of learning is very popular, through reading. You have a book or a notepad and you read. And you learn very little through reading. Since all of you are professors, faculty, you understand this much more than anybody else. Second way of learning is through listening. You just listen and then you learn a little more than reading. Then the third way of learning is through watching. You hear as well as you see, and obviously you learn a little more. And the fourth way of learning, which is in fact my favorite, is by playing. When you play, you learn much more than you watch or you listen or you read. When I say play, what it means? It's by doing. It's by participating. So how many of you want to benefit the maximum from this session? Put your hands up, please. or if there is a provision for reactions, you can share reactions on this one. So how many of you, yeah, so there's a provision to raise your hand. I can see DL raising hand. How many of you want to benefit maximum from this session? Put your hands up. Yeah, keep going, keep going. So there are 82 people, including all of us, 3 of us, yeah. So if you want to benefit maximum from this session, you have to adopt the fourth way, which is playing, which is participating. The more you participate, the more you benefit. See, I am more of a facilitator than a speaker. The difference I see is a speaker gives you a lot of information. On the other side, a facilitator initiates a discussion and drives the discussion in such a way that everybody benefits by their participation. So only if you participate, you will benefit. Otherwise, like how Dr. Naveen opened up our website, there is a lot of information you can read. There are a lot of audio apps you can listen. There is YouTube you can watch. So if there is one differentiating factor in this session and all the other avenues of learning, it is that opportunity to participate. I'm sure everybody appreciates this. So will you all participate with me as we go along? Yes or no? Yeah. You can.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. You can turn your video on, audio on, answer when I ask you questions. You can ask me questions. So that way it will be interactive and therefore more productive. Good idea?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good idea.
Thank you so much. So usually we have this tendency of bringing a presentation, like you put few logos. Since this is organized by JSS Academy of Technical Education, you put their logo. Since it is sponsored by AICT, you put AICT logo. Since it's conducted by the Art of Playing, you put Art of Playing logo. And then take you through slides, which I thought is a little monotonous for people like you who will definitely make better presentations than what I do. So therefore, we've decided not to have any PPT for this session, but have an interactive session based on questions and answers. So if you have any questions at the outset, now that we've set some context, you can ask, and then we will drive the conversation along. So anybody has any questions so far? Ask something, doesn't matter right or wrong. Okay, I have a question to all of you. All of us want to be more happy, more peaceful, more purposeful, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Give me examples of situations where you
Yes,
experience
sir.
a lot of happiness. So either you can chat if that facility is there, or you can, 2 or 3 of you can share. Give me examples of situation where you've experienced a lot of happiness. Anybody can volunteer, turn their video on and share.
So happiness is just a temporary thing only.
Before that, if you introduce yourself, tell your name, tell your where you are from, which college, university, it will be nice. Maybe all of you know each other, but I am hearing you or seeing you for the first time, right? Just remember the situation where you've experienced a lot of happiness, lot of purpose, lot of love, lot of freedom, where you felt wow. Just remember, if you want, you can keep your eyes closed. Think of that situation where you thought you made your people proud of you.
So, can I say, sir?
Yes, madam. You can introduce yourself and go ahead.
Sir, I'm Dr. Anita Vinayak from MIT University, MIT Business School. I have a teaching experience of more than 22 years now. I feel, getting the happiness depends on within oneself only. You can be happy and the sad for the same thing. But to me, happiness is derived from every day what I feel at the end of the day I have accomplished. That means the day if I have achieved something new. which gave me something at the end of the day, which why I was not yesterday. I think it takes away all tiredness in me, whatever I have got, whatever tensions I have got throughout the day. But when I ask myself before I retired for the day, what was I achieved today, which was not within me yesterday, it gives me a lot of happiness. That's
Thank
it.
you, madam. Thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate.
Thank
Does
you, sir.
anyone else want to share? We have time for one more person, and then I will tweak the question a little bit. Anybody else wants to share? Okay, not a problem. Just tweak it a little bit. Remember a situation where you experienced that sorrow, that moment of embarrassment or failure, whatever you want to call, something that is very unpleasant. Just remember, if you want, you can keep your eyes closed. And when you've formed a picture of that in your mind, you can open your eyes and share with all of us. Do you have does the life have both happiness and sorrow, or is it only plain happiness? Does it have success and failure? It's only plain success from LKG to wherever you reach so far. So life has space for both, right? Happiness and sorrow, victory and defeat. Okay, who will come and share now? Yeah, I see a lot of hands raised, but one of you can volunteer and share. Okay, I will ask Dr. Nagasundra sir, since your video is on and maybe others are also on, but I can see you. Can you share one moment where you were not so happy?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Till now, I have not yet experienced that sorrow moment. Let me see in future.
So nice of you, so lucky. Okay, let me take you as an example, if you don't mind, to elaborate this concept. Do you mind if I take you as an example and ask you a few more questions? Nagasundara sir?
Hello.
Do you mind if I take you as an example and elaborate this concept a little more?
No.
Okay. So I'll just ask you simple questions like your LKG level questions or maybe 10th class level questions that you write in the, what is the book that is called? Slam book.
Yeah.
So your name I know, Dr. K. Nagasundra. Where are you from, sir?
Original and basically from Mysore.
Okay. And where are you working now?
Bangalore.
Bangalore. Which college, university?
JSS Academy of Technical Education.
Oh, very good. I visited the place a couple of times. In fact, I look upon Latte sir as one of my mentors. Okay, so you are originally from Mysore. You're currently working in Bangalore. Which is your favorite place? Most favorite place?
It's not like that, but whenever I visit my hometown, I like that place. Whenever I'm working here, I like this place.
Okay, if you are given holidays, where will you go?
My hometown only.
Okay, so for the sake of this discussion, let's assume Mysore is your favorite place.
Okay.
Which is your favorite food?
Food, belebath, bisi belebath.
Bisbelabath is your favorite food. Do you watch movies? Do you play games? Do you have some favorites?
Usually, I like cricket.
You like cricket. Do you listen to music?
Yeah,
Do you
definitely.
have any favorites in musicians? amongst
Kishore Kumar from Hindi and C. Ashwath from Kannada.
C. Ashwath. Okay, Kishore Kumar from Hindi. So you have a favorite musician, you have favorite food, you have favorite place. Okay, what else you can understand? Do you have any dream that you are looking to fulfill, or all your dreams are already fulfilled?
It's not like that.
Okay. So any dream that you can share? Any goal, if dream is not the right word?
Goals? I don't have any such goals to accomplish.
Okay.
The thing is, I'm taking whatever comes to my in my life. I'm accepting the same thing.
Okay.
Because of that reason, I think I am happy till now.
Okay. So at least you've realized that you're happy because of the reason. Great. Now let's tweak this situation a little bit. Dr. Nagasundara sir is in his favorite place, which is his hometown in Mysore. And he's with his favorite friends. I forgot to ask. So let's say Dr. Vinny, Dr. Chandra, Dr. Arpana, and all his favorite friends. Not necessarily colleagues, but childhood friends whom he doesn't meet more frequently are there, and they're having their favorite bisbili bath. Maybe his mother, maybe his spouse cooked it fresh from oven. And then they're listening to their favorite music. And then suddenly they hear some bad news, which I don't want to mention because all of us have heard it too many times. So one of the resolutions I made in this session is not to bring this negativity into this discussion, even if it is jocularly. So some bad news you hear. And then will you be able to enjoy the music the same way? Will you be able to enjoy the company of your friends, the taste of the food, the lovely warmth of the place? Obviously, no, right? So what has changed? Did the food change? No. Did the music change? No. Did the people around you change? No. Because of the news, the state of mind changed. When I say bad news, something like somebody who is dear to you died, or maybe you lost something, not necessarily job, but maybe something valuable at home, something. I just didn't want to give you negative examples so that you can think. What changed? The state of the mind changed. Now, in this current situation, despite having worse situations, like there have been days where none of us were able to move out. We didn't have the freedom to move out. We didn't have the freedom to meet our neighbors, ask how are they doing, what's happening in their life. Some of us did not have groceries at home. Some of us did not have what do you call the necessities at home. Like we didn't have the time, or we didn't have the freedom to go and reach out to them. Some of us did not have company. We were stuck at places. But because the state of mind was good, the state of mind was better, we were able to handle the situation. Correct? Yes or no? Now, can we say the quality of life, in addition to everything else that we have discussed, depends more on the state of mind? Yes or no? In Zoom, we ask people to type it back. So can you all type this back? The quality of life depends on the state of the mind. Yeah. So if you type, I know you're participating. Otherwise, I'll think you're just listening. Yes, indeed. Maybe you can say yes. Yeah, it is too much to type. You can just say the letter yes. Just click on the letter yes, like this. Yeah, yeah. Now I see. So just the letter yes, like this. So the quality of life depends on the state of our mind. Now, since all of you are associated with AICTU, All India Institute of All India Council of Technical Education. Am I right? Yeah. So you're all familiar with this terms hardware, software. I have a medical background, so I don't use them so much. But all of you are familiar with these terms, hardware and software. So whenever a machine is damaged, you look at the hardware first and then you will check the software, correct? And how often have you upgraded your software on the phone that you use? I'm not asking whether you've changed your phone or not. How often you have upgraded the software or updated the software? If not for the phone, certainly for one or the other of the apps, maybe Teams you would have updated, Zoom you would have updated, WebEx or anything else that you use, you would have updated, right? Now, when was the last time you really thought of this software between your ears and applied for an update? Never occurred, right? Because we see the hardware, like we are hale and healthy, able to walk, able to sit, able to stand, some of us able to run, play sports. So we didn't have to worry too much about this software in your language. But it is this that determines everything that is related to our life. You know, one of the favorite quotes of Williams Shakespeare is this: there is nothing called right or wrong, pleasant or unpleasant. It is what we think makes it. The same situation, like one of you expressed at the outset, can give happiness to somebody and can give sorrow to somebody. The same situation can give happiness to the same person and give sorrow to the same person sometime later. So it all depends on how we perceive, how we observe, and how we express. And therefore, it is important to understand how to handle the mind. Body, probably all of us know. If we fall sick, we know whom to meet, what tablet to take, what syrup to take. But the mind is something that we are hesitant to open up and share. And that is why there is so much boom in this pandemic about well-being, about overall well-being, about emotional well-being, cognitive well-being. I think AICT also has a recommendation on doing overall well-being programs, correct? Now let's talk a little more about the tendencies of the mind. So in case you know anything, would you like to share what are the tendencies of the mind? Or what are the properties of the software? For show participants.
So may I?
Yes, yes. The more you participate,
Sir,
appreciate.
right, sir. Sir, as for me, I feel mind is which can take us to any part of the globe.
Yes.
While we are sitting at one place, but we can reach anywhere. Thoughts reach so faster, I think, faster than the light, and it can, entangle us in many things which actually doesn't happen. It can hypnotize our body, our thoughts, our way of thinking, our way of seeing other perspective of other side. So it plays both positive and negatives, and it controls our body if it is not taken in a right direction. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, madam. Thank you so much for that insight. I'll elaborate on that. So this mind is what makes the world. The world outside is nothing but a reflection of the world inside. And who is making the world inside? It's the mind. The beautiful saying in Sanskrit, right? Yata drishti tata srishti. Whatever you see here, that is what you will see there. Or whatever you believe here, that is what you will see there. Sounds familiar? Yeah. Number two. See, we have been interacting with each other for say last 20-30 minutes. A lot of times the mind went for a walk. Let me see what's happening in the past. What was the last session? Hey, what did I learn from there? Did I like the person who spoke, or did I not like the person? Or did I keep my keys in the right place? Did I not keep? Do you see the mind going into the past and doing its rounds? Like how a doctor goes and conducts rounds with the patient just to check how they are, whether they're recovering or not recovering. Yes or no? The mind goes into the past, and the mind also goes into the future. Okay, what is the next session? Okay, what is the point? How long is he going to take? What next? So where do I have to go? Whom do I have to meet? What calls I have to return? What mails I have to write? Do you see? So the mind oscillates between the past and the future. And usually, when you think of the past, there is more of regret, there is more of guilt. And when you think of the future, there is more of fear, there is more of anxiety. Like all these days, there was anxiety, when will this corona end, when will this corona end, when will this corona end. Now the vaccine has come, now there is anxiety, will the vaccine work or not? If it works for everybody, does it work for me or not? Sounds familiar? Now when you think of the past, I wish I had saved more, I wish I had invested in that company, I wish I would have joined that company. Yes or no? So when you think of the past, there is regret. When you think of the future, there is fear and anxiety. So therefore, we are missing the happiness, which is in the present moment, right now, right here, like that. So one of the reasons why people are not happy is because their mind is either in the past or in the future. Whenever you get an opportunity, just spend a little time with children. They're so much in the present moment. They are hardly worried about the past or the future. And just see how people who pass their adulthood are there. They're usually thinking of the future or of the past. And therefore, missing the present, the gift, that is this moment. Agreed? So one secret to be happy is to bring the mind to the present moment again and again. How? That we will learn a little later. Number 2. So if I have to give you 10 compliments, I'll just take this name simply because this is the closest to me. Let's say Mrs. Smita Mohan. She's so nice, so beautiful, so lovely, so friendly, and then everything about her is so perfect. But her nose, it is slightly out of sync with her eyes and upper lip. So 10 compliments I gave, and then I follow it up with one comment, one remark, one insult. What does the mind remember? Type everybody. Positive means P or negative means N. So if it is N, you can type like this. If it is P, you can type like this. Does the mind remember the positive or the negative? Obviously. I've given 10 compliments, but then one negative. The mind remembers negative. Just look at your own life as an example. So many beautiful relationships you would have built. But then one argument with one person who means a lot to you. Maybe your spouse, maybe your boss, maybe your colleague, maybe your children. How the mind stretches that one argument into, he said this, I said this, before that also he said this, earlier to that also he said that, he doesn't listen to me, he doesn't understand me. Do you see how we exaggerate that negativity on and on and on and on and on? 80% of anybody's life is happiness, of joy, of purpose, of love, of freedom. 20% here and there challenges come only to increase your strength. But not knowing this, we exaggerate this 20% and make it 200%. That is how all the TV serials make money, right? There is more negativity or positivity in the TV serials. They go on for hundreds of episodes. One person will come with the knife or with the revolver in his hand, and then suddenly says 365th episode next week. Now when your prana is low, this is what happens. You tend to attract more of negativity. When your prana is high, you tend to attract more of positivity. So when you increase your prana, you will become more happy, more peaceful, more successful. Again, children are example. There are two ways of living life. Either you get influenced by the environment, by the people around you, by the situations around you, or you start influencing the environment. And small children are an excellent example. See, when you have a 2-year or 3-year-old kid in your house, see how everybody is fond of him. Everybody wants to say, chuchu, kanna, chinna. Yes or no? But that is because he's got high prana. He's an embodiment of joy, love, freedom. And so were all of us. Like I mentioned at the outset, all of us are born on this planet to do something wonderful, to achieve something valuable, to live a life of joy, love, fulfillment, and prosperity. Very few manage to do it for too long. The reason being, they don't update their software. So that's the second tendency of the mind. The first one is vacillating between the past and future. The second one is holding on to the negativity much more than the positive. Number three, and you may be more familiar with this because you interact a lot with students. We doubt what is positive more or what is negative more. If I say the last person here who joined us, Tamarai Silva is the most honest person I've ever come across in my life. He's an amazing human being. I've never met somebody like him. Do you see? The immediately mind says, Acha, is it? Really? But if I say, just for the sake of example, please don't mind Selvi sir or madam, he's useless or she's useless. You will come up with one more example. Yeah, I also have a similar experience. What he did the last week when we met at that restaurant or that place. So we tend to doubt what is positive more than what is negative. Similarly, we doubt our abilities, our capabilities, our good qualities. We are so sure of what we cannot do. There is no way we can measure somebody's confidence and quantify it. But see yourself or your colleagues when they say no to something. There is so much confidence, no. But when they have to say yes, they will say, maybe, let me see, I'll try, I'll do my best. Do you see the hesitation that is associated with the word yes? When we doubt our capabilities, do you think we will become more successful or less successful? More happy or less happy? If you think more, type M. If you think less, type L. When we doubt our capabilities, will we become more successful or less successful? More happy or less happy? So if you think L, you can type L like this. Yeah. L. Now, how do we reverse this tendency? By having a good company, satsang. Having people with whom you can share things without any hesitation. Having people with whom you can practice few things that will increase your prana, that will increase your level of confidence. See, darkness is nothing but absence of light. So if you have doubt, it simply means lack of trust, lack of confidence. And just imagine living in a world where you don't trust anybody and nobody trusts you. You walk into a hospital, the doctor doesn't trust you and you don't trust the doctor. You walk into your college and a university, the student doesn't trust the faculty and the faculty don't trust the students. Would you like to live in a such world? If you think yes, you can type Y. If you think no, you can type N. Yeah, go on. So therefore, there is a responsibility on all of us to build a world where everybody can trust everybody else. Therefore, there is a responsibility on all of us to stretch, to expand, to share more love, more joy. But we can only share what we have. Like if I have a bunch of chocolates, a bunch of flowers, I can only give you chocolates or flowers. But if I have only stones or pebbles, that's all I can do. So therefore, it is all the more important for us to understand, first place, whether we are happy or not. And the simplest way to judge is, what are we spreading? What are we sharing? Because the nature of joy is to share, to stretch, to expand. And like how there is water pollution, air pollution, the new term is emotional pollution. Knowingly or unknowingly, you communicate a lot through your vibrations, which are nothing but a factor of your emotions. If you are a happy person, if you are a peaceful person, if you are a vibrant personality, you will spread that, you will exude that. If you don't know, ask your colleagues, ask your students, ask your superiors, ask your family members. And when you know, then that makes life so much easier. It's like half the problem is over when you know what the problem is. Then it becomes easy for you to find a solution. Like how I said, there are two kinds of people, open-minded, closed-minded. There are two kinds of people. People who are either part of the problem or people who are either part of the solution. So do you want to be a part of the problem or part of the solution? So if you want to be P, you can say P. If you want to be yes, you can be yes. Yeah, go on. Keep typing. That's the only way I recognize you're participating, you're benefiting. Is this of some value to all of you? I can't see any of you. I can't hear any of you. Yes, no? Yeah, some of you are saying yes. Yeah. Thank you so much. So Preeti, can you play a video? Happiness is more contagious than corona. And then when you come back, I will take you through a few more techniques and tools and strategies with which you can, I will not say repair your hardware, but kind of improve your hardware, which is your physical health, and also update your software, which is your mental health. Good idea? But before that, we will watch this beautiful video. Just 2 to 3 minutes. Please watch the video and we will come back. Happiness is more contagious than corona.
Yeah, definitely.
More than a dozen doctors have died. People on ventilators gasping for air. The situation is dire.
In France, 242 new COVID-19 deaths were reported. The United States now has the most reported coronavirus cases in the world, surpassing China and Italy.
WHO has been assessing this outbreak around the clock. We have therefore made the assessment that COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
Wow, what a gift!
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's hard to stop.
A lot of people say, I can't meditate. I can't stop the thoughts. But I think if everyone followed what you just did, you've actually answered that one question.
I have become more alive to everything around me, and I just want to thank you for spreading such joy and kindness everywhere.
Thank you for your lifetime dedication to moving the world in the right direction.
Just having you with us, having you talk to us is such a tremendous blessing.
Everyone is keeping you very busy. I know that you're all seeking now solace in spirituality.
Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for injecting hope in times that are trying. But most importantly, thank you for smiling. Sometimes happiness is even more contagious than corona. And happiness only gives life, it doesn't take it.
The world's at standstill, and we really needed advice from great souls like you. Got through a lot of personal battles through the Art of Living course.
To the millions of people who joined us in the meditation, thank you for that gift and for the impact you've had in the world. It's such an honor to be in your presence.
Thousands and thousands of members and students enjoyed the meditation.
Thank you so much.
It's rejuvenating to be in the presence of so many millions in these troubled times. And thank you for being there for each one of us, and more importantly, therein lies a great signal of hope for not only our country, but countries across the world.
We just keep smiling and keep moving ahead and keep that positivity and hope to everybody around us.
Thank you so much, Preeti. So before we continue, I just want to ask all of you, what's been your key takeaway? You can put it in one word or one sentence. And if you wish, some of you can actually turn your video on and share with all of us.
That is smile.
Sorry, could you please introduce yourself and share your key takeaway? Yeah, you can go ahead. I think everybody is able to unmute and turn their video on. Am I right, sir? Naveen, sir?
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is Anurag Singh Yadav, Assistant Professor from SRM University in Delhi NCR, Ghaziabad, UP.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. The one word, the main important thing is smile. Whatever the situation are, you have to smile in every situation.
You can chat or you can share. You can type like major key takeaways, happiness, or you can say responsibility or positivity, or you can say whatever you think. See, I have a special place for faculty because my life has changed because of the teachers who have been part of my life. And I remember from kindergarten level, the Mary teacher, the Rama teacher, I say da to indicate that the people like Mary teacher, Rama teacher at school level, and then Jayashree madam at higher school level, and then people like Dr. Fani at my college when I was studying, and so many teachers from the art of living. So the world is looking up to teachers because the future of this country is in the hands of the youth, and the youth are in the hands of the faculty. So you and I have a tremendous responsibility in spreading positivity, spreading hope, spreading solace to people. How many of you agree? If you say, so you want to say yes, you can type the word yes. If you want to say no, you can say no. Yes. How many of you want to say yes? So
Yes, sir.
It's important for all of us to improve our skills, interpersonal skills, ability to focus, ability to bounce back from failure, resilience. That's the most commonly used words because of the pandemic. Agility, resilience, agility, and then trust. Though it looks very apparent, it is important for few individuals to maintain the trust in the society, that maintain that goodness in the society. And only we can do it. See, there are so many people who know that there is pandemic and there is need for people to uplift others. Yes, sir, but only you have been chosen or you have made it this far. So I would recommend you to go a little further. Learn these skills, learn these tools, learn these techniques, these strategies, so that you can become much more happy, much more successful, and much more useful to the people around you. How many of you love that? If you like that, you can say yes. If you don't like that, you can say no. Yes. Yes. So you remember I said there are 4 ways of learning. One is reading. I type R, and then you read. Does it make a big difference? Not much. The other is listening. I have been speaking for quite some time now, and then you are listening with your ear screen. How much do you learn? You learn so much. The other is watching. Though your video is off, my video is on, so therefore you are seeing and listening. That way you're learning. The 4th one is by playing. When I say playing, by doing, by participating. So do you all want to learn few things that can help you manage your hardware and software better? Right now, right here. If you feel like saying yes, you can say yes. If you feel like saying no, you can feel saying. If you say nothing, I don't know how to assume something. Because either you're part of the problem or part of the solution. Either you have a yes in your mind or you have a no in mind. Like either you are present here or absent, right? There's nothing in between. Correct? Yes, no? Do you want to learn few techniques, few tools? Very simple things. If you practice them regularly, they will give you tremendous benefits. I just hear 2-3 essays. Thank you, Anita madam. Thank you, Sneha madam. Thank you, Dr. Anita madam. I need few more. Okay. So I will request you to turn your videos on and then just do what I do. Otherwise, I really don't know whether you're doing or not. So we have packed this exclusively for you with a group of experts. And we have given it a nice name. 10 minutes to make your movements and postures more graceful and less stressful. Are you all able to see me? I have very little space, like I have space only till this, what do you call, cover that I have put. Are you able to see me? At least till my waist? Yes, no? I have to turn the chat on to see. Yeah, I see 3 people chat. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. So please do it along with me because seeing alone, you won't learn so much. And this is something you can remember easily and do it daily so that you improve your hardware. Okay. So this body, which is probably the most precious gift that all of us have. Where are we living? We are not in Hyderabad or Bangalore or Mysore. We are living in this beautiful home called our body. Like how we take care of our houses every day, we need to take care of our body. Just the shower, just the food, just the sleep is not enough. It needs regular and proper exercise. So since all of you are already bombarded with a lot of information on what exercises to do, what not to do, I'm not going to delve into that nitty-gritties in that depth in that manner. But what I'll do is I will introduce you to some of the things that you may have forgotten. Some of the things that I think are not yet there on YouTube and other platforms. So this will help you. So to do this, we will do a test. All of your faculty, right? You like examinations? Yes or no? And the next question is giving or taking. So for a change, let's take a examination on our body. Body posture and body movement. Just stand on your feet wherever you are. Stand up on both your feet. Please mute yourself if you're not speaking. Is everybody standing up? I am just trusting you and continuing. So stand up on your feet and observe the posture. And then we'll come to the movement. Yeah. Keep the hands by the side of your body, not necessarily hands touching the side of your body. They are by your side, but not necessarily touching. Yeah. So from top to bottom, observe your posture. Take a few deep breaths. Observe from top to bottom. Is your weight more on the top or more on the bottom? Now again, observe your body from right to left. Is your weight more on the right side or more on the left side? Just observe. All it takes is keep your eyes closed and just observe. Once you observe, then you can perceive and then you can express. So top and bottom is over, right and left is over. Then the another plane that we have is front. Can you see me? Front and back. Just stay where you are. and observe whether your body is equally balanced, neutrally balanced on the base of your spine, or is it hunched forward or hunched backward like this. Just observe. Observed, everybody? So you are your own invigilator. You give yourself a few marks on a scale of 10. You want to score 8, 8, 9, 10, 7, 6, whatever you think. Number 2, observe the movement now. Again the same, keep the hands by your side, not necessarily touching you, slightly like this. And move, like walk wherever you are. You don't have to move all the way from this end to that end of the room, but just walk, keep walking and observe. Is the weight more on the top or more on the bottom? Weight or the size, or is it more on the right side or is it more on the left side? Is it more towards or more away? I mean, more forward or more backward? Like you can do forward, you can do backward and see. Again, you are your own invigilator. You can write down on a piece of paper or you can just remember. Agreed, everybody? Aligned, everybody? Is everybody participating? Yes, no? I'll take it as yes, because when I trust you, you will trust me also. Thank you. Now, let's do a few stretches, very basic stretches that will help you in improving your posture and movement. It will make them more graceful and less stressful. And this is something we have designed exclusively for you. This is probably the first time we are sharing with you in a free session. We normally share them in paid sessions. So treat this as valuable to you. I don't mind if you teach this to others. I have no problem at all. But you learn it properly. You practice it regularly, at least for a week, starting from today till 7 days from now. And then when you see the benefit, then you share. Okay? Okay. Now, you keep walking. And then you rub your hands like this. You rub by keeping them very far, by bringing them forward. Take them away from you, take them towards. Do it 2-3 times. And then the first correction or the first intervention is this. Observe carefully and then do it along with me. You take your right hand or left hand, whatever you like, and place it on your forehead. You take the other hand, place it on the back of your head. Breathe in, and as you're breathing out, press your forehead backwards and press your back of the neck forwards. Breathe in, breathe out, and keep pressing in the opposite direction. Many of you may be feeling your cervical vertebrae for the first time doing some pop, pop, pop sounds. So this will get your head in place, right? Because most of us are working on the laptop or phones, which is usually in a not so comfortable position. Important not to cross your arms, then the pressure becomes too much. When you spread your arms, what happens? The pressure is even. So keep your arms alongside your ears instead of keeping them perpendicular to the ears like this. Okay, that is step number 1. Then again you do this rubbing. So you take your hands away from you, forward from you. With this you are knowing whether you are able to balance forward and backward with ease. That's the point of doing this. And this time it's very easy. You take them behind your back, both the hands. Just look to the right, look to the left. As you move your eyes, you will feel some movement below your hands on the back of your head also. Excellent exercise to remove the strain from your eyes. And also to keep your position of the upper portion of your body in its original position. So it does both posture correction as well as correcting the damage that may have occurred to your eyes because of focusing on one direction, one object for too long. And then you can also roll them clockwise, anti-clockwise. You can look something that is far as possible. You can look at something that is close. Or you can do like this also. Keep your thumbs like this, take them away from you, and take them towards. Away from you, towards. So that's about the 2 exercises for head and neck. Now for the hands, the shoulders, which are like the most, what do you call, most useful or most in demand for us to drive vehicle, lift something. So let's stretch the hands. Can you see my hand? At least one hand are you able to see? And then pull the fingers towards you. Like stretch your hands as much back as possible like this. And then pull the hands towards you and then just move the wrist. So this will take care of the damage that may have happened because of excessive typing. We normally break our knuckles and then do like this to get rid of whatever discomfort we have because of typing. But this is even more useful. Like you pull your wrist, fingers towards you and move your wrist. Are you able to do? Is this easy? Am I audible? Am I visible? Am I followable? Okay, thank you. Yeah. Now the big one. This time we are moving just the shoulders. It will give a lot of people pain when you do this. Don't worry. This is simply because you have overused the shoulders or used them in the wrong way. So I don't know if you're able to see this. Your fingers are towards you, your wrists are towards you, and then you are moving your hands backwards as slowly as possible and then as much big circles as possible. Then what happens? You are able to locate this portion, the portion where my thumb is there. That portion you are able to locate and feel the pain. It's called sweet pain. So that's your tip number 4. Clear so far? You can do it clockwise. You can also do it clockwise 2 or 3 times with slow breaths. The whole sequence will take less than 10 minutes. And there are like maybe 10 movements. Are you with me so far? Yes, no? This is the first time I am sharing something with people with their videos completely off. Okay, thank you. Now something even simpler. This is like kindergarten stuff for you. You just move your right shoulder with your left hand and push it behind. Then you will see some sound, some pop, pop, pop sound around your lower waist. So we've started with the head, we worked on the neck, we worked on the wrist, we're working on the shoulders. Now we worked on the upper back, now we have come to the lower back. You're twisting at the same time with your wrist, with your palm, you're pushing your left shoulder like that. You can do it a couple of times. And this hand is at the lower waist. I don't know if you can see it. This hand is at the lower waist. Basically, you should feel the stretch in the opposite side. Now this way. So your left hand is here. And then you keep pressing. So you will hear some pop out sounds at the lower back. So that is your step number 5. All the 5 steps clear so far? We are just walking. We are moving the hands. Your first step is get your head in position. And then we work with the neck. And then with the wrist. And then with the shoulders. And then with the waist. Clear? Next is your hip bone, which is probably the most important location which shares, which bears the weight of the whole of the upper portion of the body, and very rarely exercised. So simple, very, very simple. All you have to do is like stand with your feet a little apart, stretch your right hand or left hand up, and pull the upper portion as much down as possible, keeping the hand perpendicular. Then you will feel your hip bone. The right hand, one hand is up, the other hand you are pushing it as much down as possible. Step number 6. Breathe in and come out. Opposite direction, raise your right hand and then do it. You can also do this 2 or 3 times. Step number 6. Done. Now, something you would have done so many times in your school drill. Take it up and then all the way down, or as much down as possible. So that is 7. So that is like kindergarten stuff. Everybody knows that, right? But it's very, very beneficial for your hips. That is 7. 8th one may be a little difficult. Even I felt the difficulty when I was doing it today morning before demonstrating for you. And you just hold your knee like this. I don't know if you can see it. Is there a way? Can you spotlight me, Preeti, like how we do in Zoom? Yeah. So your knee is up. Simple, right? This is the knee, this is up. You will also make this down. It is like you are kneeling down in the air, one knee at a time. One knee is up and then it is down. Up and down. Up, down. If it is uncomfortable, don't do it. If you can do it, stretch a little more. If you can't do it, don't do it. Respect the limitations of the body. Same with the other knee. Knee is up and then knee is down. But you're not taking the support of your hand like this. You leave your hands free, take it up, down, up. Then the stretch that happens along your pelvic bone and your hip bone is tremendous for maintaining your posture and improving your movement. So 8 done. 9th one is pretty simple. You just raise your foot in the air and do circles. If this is your foot, you just do like this. Again, as big as possible, as slow as possible, both clockwise and anti-clockwise. Right leg and left leg. That is 9th. 10th, my favorite and by far the simplest. You remember Lord Krishna posture, where you cross your legs. Yeah. So you let the left leg be straight like this and the right leg is like this. Where the how do I say? You just cross them like that. Simple. And stretch your hands. And stretch your whole body. You will see that the left portion of your body is stretching more. That is because the left leg is straight and the right leg is crossed. Keep breathing as you stretch. And then you bring down. And then you keep the right leg straight and then cross the left leg. And then once again you stretch. Now you will see the right portion of your body is stretching more, because the right leg is straight and more balanced. That's it. 10 simple sequence. Got it, everybody? Can I see some show of hands? Yeah, thank you so much. Now we'll redo the test. Just walk and see whether your weight is equally balanced on right side and left side. You will notice a significant difference. Top and bottom. It's magical how the weight is equally balanced now. Forward or backward. Do you feel the difference? How many of you feel the difference? Is the sequence easy for you to remember? You just have to go from head to toe. 1 is this, 2 is this, 3 is the wrist, 4 is the shoulders, 5th one is for the lower waist, then what? 6th one is for the hip, 7th one, very familiar to all of you, then the knee, then crossing the leg. Correct? Did I miss anything? Okay, thank you. So that is introduction to a few simple, doable asanas. We will teach you more when you join our next sessions with your videos on. Currently, let me see, the number of participants decreased or increased. 75, not bad. More or less the same number before. Then now we will learn a simple pranayama. I will teach you a couple of them. What's the time now? 3:55. Okay. How much time do we have, Naveen sir?
Sir, please continue. No issue.
Okay. Pranayama, in the simplest of its definition, is something that improves our prana. If you are feeling good, it is because of high prana. If you're feeling bad, it's because of low prana. The technique to improve prana is pranayama. There are so many of them. Now, I'll teach you 2 or 3, something that you can use based on the weather outside and the weather inside. We breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the nose. Very rarely we breathe out through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Now just observe this. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. It cools down your body. Unknowingly, this is what we do in summer. So hot. So hot. Now with knowledge, with intention, we do. Breathe in as long as possible through the nose. And breathe out as long as possible through the mouth. It's not like, it is like through a small aperture through your lips. This will cool your body. You do the opposite now. You breathe in through the mouth. Because there is moisture in the mouth, it will appear as though it is cooling down your mouth. No, it is actually warming up your body. You notice this. Any given time you're feeling it too hot, too cold, do it for 8 to 10 minutes before you get ready with your work. Like you have to give a presentation, suddenly there is no power. Then you do this, then you will bring your body to work at ease. The other one is very famous, probably most of you know, Nadi Shodhan Pranayama. Left nostril is called the Ida Nadi. When it is active, what it does, it improves. When you turn to your right side, the left nostril becomes active and it cools down the body. And when you turn to your left side, the right nostril becomes active and it heats the body. So that is why after food, we are advised to sleep on the left side. When the heat in the body increases, improves digestion. On other times, we advise people to turn to their right side because they would have, like the body would be warm because of exercise or the weather, and the body cools down. Sounds simple? Left nostril, right nostril. So in this Nadi Shodhan Pranayam, there are like 72,000 nadis against 108 chakras, of which 7 are major, of which 6 are supposed to be located. So I'm not getting into that nitty-gritty depth. We'll do that probably later, but I just want to give you the significance of these techniques. So you have 5 fingers. We will use just the thumb to close or open the nostrils of the right side. Then we will use the ring finger or the 4th finger to open the left nostril or close the left nostril. You press, it is closed. You release, it is open. Simple. Then you use the remaining two fingers, the index and the middle finger, to balance the hand movement and to gently touch the space between your eyebrows where your pineal gland is situated, and just a gentle touch will activate that and produce positive emotions. That is why women are said to be more peaceful, because every day, knowingly, unknowingly, they activate the pineal gland by touching it. And these days, men also have this tika, pillar. Okay? So the right thumb on your right nostril, ring finger on your left nostril, middle and index finger on that area between your eyebrows, and then the left hand is in chin mudra. Chin mudra simply means happiness mudra. The index and the thumb touch each other, and this is the position on your lap. You breathe out through both the nostrils. Breathe. Close the right nostril with the thumb. Press the thumb and close the right nostril. Release the left nostril. Breathe in through the left, and then breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Breathe out through the left. Accordingly, you press and release the ring finger. Like this, we do for either 8 to 10 times. So, in this pranayama, we advise you to do as slow as possible. There's no hurry whatsoever. This will calm down your entire body. Just 5 minutes. Later, I'll show you a video where Dr. Anil Sahasrabuddhe, MP Punya, and a lot of others who have done the program from ASIT share their testimonies. For the time being, let's do it for a few rounds, just 2 or 3. Your videos are off. I'm trusting all of you are doing with me. Keep doing. Couple of more rounds as slowly as possible. Okay, you may relax. And keep your eyes closed and sit still for the next 2-3 minutes. Breathe in and breathe out. Become aware of the environment wherever you are, your workplace, your house. Wherever you are, just become aware of the environment. We have come from this environment, we will go back to this environment. We are a part and parcel of the environment. Breathe in and breathe out. Accept the noises and sounds in the environment as they are. Maybe the noise of the computer you're using, maybe the fan, maybe the AC, maybe phones beeping, TV running in the background, people speaking, traffic in the distance. Just accept all the noises. Breathe in and breathe out. You are now in harmony with all your environment. Become aware of the body, this beautiful instrument, a precious gift from God or Mother Nature or whatever higher force you believe in. Honor the body. Breathe in and breathe out. Just observe your breath. Is it hot or is it warm or cold? Is it long or short? Mindfully breathe in a little deeper and mindfully breathe out a little longer. Now, become aware of your thoughts. Positive or negative, pleasant or not so pleasant. Let them come, let them go. Because if you resist, they will persist. Become aware of all your thoughts. Accept all the thoughts as they are. You are now in harmony with all your thoughts. Breathe in and breathe out. Become aware of your feelings, whether they are pleasant or not so pleasant. Just become aware. Accept all your feelings as they are. You are now in harmony with all your feelings. Breathe in and breathe out. You are on this planet to do something wonderful, to achieve something valuable, to live a life full of joy, love, freedom, and purpose. Om Asatu Va Satgamaya Tamasu Va Jyotirgamaya Mrityorva Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Become aware of the body and the environment slowly and gradually. Whenever you feel complete, with a gentle smile across your face, you may open your eyes. Welcome back. Do you all feel good or great? If you feel good, you can type G. If you feel great, you can type GR. Let me see how many of you are there. Wow. Good, good, good. So nice to hear. So nice to see. Thank you so much. So a quick recap of what we have done so far. We've talked a little bit about the hardware and software of our life and recognized and appreciated the need to update or upgrade. We have discussed about the life in general and how our happiness and success or lack of happiness and lack of success happens. What are the reasons? How the quality of life is dependent on the state of mind and what are the tendencies of the mind and how do we reverse them if they are not favorable to us. And a lot of you shared, a lot of you appreciated. And I've given you a glimpse of asanas, pranayam and meditation. So this is just the glimpse. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Did you all enjoy? Did you all find some value? Yes, no? Feel like saying yes, you can type yes. Feel like saying no, you can type no. I mean, if you are there 2 hours, so there is no need to ask this question. Yeah, thank you. So I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you to join one of our signature programs, the Art of Living Happiness program, now renamed as the Online Meditation and Breath Workshop. We've done so many such programs to so many people, like it is said that 450 million people have benefited from our programs, either stress management programs or self-development programs or the service initiatives. More than 150 countries we have our presence. There are more than 25,000 teachers. We have done it for NAC, National Assessment and Accreditation Council. We have done it for AICT. We have done it for many, many universities, many colleges. Some of you may have already done. But I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you to join the program, which is starting from day after tomorrow, 24th. And it will go on for 4 days. For pure coincidence, 3 of them are holidays or all 4 of them are holidays. Monday is a working week. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th. 4 days. And for your convenience, we have organized 4 batches. 6 to 8:30 in the morning. If that is difficult, then the next batch 10 to 12:30. If that is difficult, then the next batch 2 to 4:30. If that is difficult, next batch 6 p.m. to 8:30. You can join any one of the batches. And if you complete the program successfully for 4 days, we will give you 4 more bonus sessions for the next 4 days. So that whatever you learn becomes an integral part of your life. See, reinforcement is essential, right, for improvement, for practicing. So we'll give you 4 more bonus sessions. We'll provide you with more details as how to register and all that. So this will require a little commitment from you. Commitment of time, commitment of money. So we have more than 57 programs which will help live, which will help, I don't know how to say that in words. It will probably bring the best of your potential and make you more happy, more peaceful, more successful. CEOs have done it, doctors have done it, directors have done it, patients have done it. And it has worked for millions of people. It's worked for you. It has changed my life. That is why I've chosen to become a volunteer and contribute my bit to this society. Like we discussed at the outset, either you're part of the problem or part of the solution. If you don't make an effort to grow flowers in your garden, what will grow? Weeds. Similarly, if you don't make an effort to spread happiness, spread positivity, spread hope, what will grow? Despair, negativity. And since I firmly believe all of you are what you call open-minded and responsible individuals, there's a responsibility on us to be happy and also to spread happiness. The world does not need more engineers, more doctors, more architects. What the world needs is role models, ambassadors of peace, of joy, of love, of freedom, of responsibility. Agreed? Yeah. So I thought instead of showing somebody else's testimonials, showing the testimonials of AICT officials will help drive the point home. Good idea? Do you want to know what the AICT officials who have recently done our program speak about our programs? That I would like all of you to join. Yes, no? Okay. So Preeti, can you share that testimonial video of AICT officials about the Art of Living program? And then we will share you a little more information. Okay? So please stay on till the end. We'll probably take 10 minutes from here, that's all. Audio, Preeti?
Is it audible?
No, no.
1 second.
Keep playing from there. But don't.
The audio is low now. The volume is low.
सबके बीच में जब प्यार होगा, सबके बीच में जब छाई बन जाएगी, तो अपने आप धीरे धीरे पूरे जगत में जो बोलते हैं पीस अपने आप ही हो जाएगा. आने के साथ साथ ऑफिस में यदि 10 मिनट भी प्राणायाम करके काम शुरू करेंगे, टेंशन फ्री, ना हम दूसरों को टेंशन देंगे, ना दूसरों का टेंशन लेंगे. टेंशन के बिना अपना ऑफिस का कार्यकाल बहुत एफिशिएंटली हो सकता है. और जिसको बहुत टाइम लगता है वो ध्यान करने से बहुत आसानी से जल्दी निपट जाएगी. जिस ढंग से एक दूसरे को सिर्फ प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट करना या दुख की बात एक दूसरे को बताना, इसके बदले में पॉजिटिविटी लेकर हम चलेंगे तो मेरे ख्याल से सारे प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएंगे.
और एक ने इस तरह के कई प्रोग्राम देश की शिक्षा नीति पे काफी बात हो रही है, काफी काम हो रहा है, परिवर्तन हो रहा है. और इस परिवर्तन के अंदर स्वस्थ जो होना है, मानसिक रूप से, शारीरिक रूप से, वो बहुत जरूरी है. एक नया रास्ता, एक नई झलक हमें जो है जीवन की इस प्रोग्राम के तहत देखनी. बहुत सुधार अपने बच्चों को भी.
हम किसी चीज को रेगुलेट क्या करेंगे, क्या गवर्न करेंगे, क्या एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन देंगे, जब शक्ति नहीं हो सकेगी तो किसको गवर्न करोगे आप, क्या दिशा दोगे?
Whoever we are in life, whether it is the president of America, whether it is a housewife, whether it is a student, whether it is you or me, each of us can better the quality of life.
As soon as stresses come down, जैसे stress कम होते जाते, you actually expand yourself. The mind expands.
स्टूडेंट एम्प्लॉयबल नहीं है, उसके लिए कुछ ना कुछ इनडायरेक्टली हम भी रिस्पॉन्सिबल है, इसलिए इसको सुधारना हमारी जिम्मेदारी है.
We are responsible for our action and for our inaction. A leader always will have belongingness for the whole society. तो जहाँ पे belongingness feel करते हैं, वहाँ पे जिम्मेदारी स्वाभाविक हो जाती है.
ये 3 दिन के कार्यक्रम के अंत में मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे हम सब लोग एक है, यूनाइटेड है.
आपका मन शांत हो गया तो क्या होगा? आप उसका सॉल्यूशन ढूंढ सकोगे. कोई भी विचलित मन में कभी सॉल्यूशन नहीं आ सकता. जो भी आप विचलित मन से सॉल्यूशन ढूंढोगे, उसके ऊपर बाद में रिग्रेट होगा कि मैंने ऐसे क्यों किया.
मुझे लगता है मैं पहली बार जो जीरो स्ट्रेस लेवल है वो क्या होता है मैंने अनुभव किया.
My horizon has increased.
कि अपने आप से बात करना है, अपने मन को शरीर के एक एक कोशिकाओं से कनेक्ट करना, कनेक्ट कैसे स्थापित करना है, ये सीखने का मौका जीवन में पहली बार मिला.
छोटी चीज होती है हम परेशान हो जाते हैं, बड़ी चीज होती है तो परेशान होते ही हैं. इन सब चीजों को डिटैच करने में बहुत मदद मिलेगी.
हमारा जो वर्क है, हम एक रेगुलेटरी बॉडी है, हमें तरह तरह के डिसीजन लेने पड़ते हैं. तो डिसीजन को हम किस तरीके लेंगे, किस तरीके से लें कि वो देश के हित में हो, हमारे स्टेक होल्डर्स के हित में हो. तो उन डिसीजंस को लेने में ये डेफिनेटली ये प्रोग्राम हमें एक सहयोग करेगा.
This everybody here, because आप लोग who are the leaders of the society, who are the the people who will do the change. So students and so many people are actually going to get inspiration from all of you. So a leader is surely responsible for everything around him in society.
है कि आप लोगों ने एक नया सामने जो है आयाम दे दिया है, इनफैक्ट एक नई डायमेंशन दे दी है, जीवन का ऐसा भी कोई जो है स्वरूप हो सकता है.
और पूरे देश में शांति लाने के लिए बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट प्रयास है. इसमें हमारा जो भी योगदान हो सके इंडिविजुअली, पर्सनली भी और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की तरफ से हम करते हैं.
So thank you so much, Preeti, for that wonderful video. So we would like to invite all of you to join the upcoming art playing program. And we would like you to invite your friends also. So I've shared the details with Naveen sir. He will share with you. I'll probably copy paste.
Sure. I'll do that. I'll do that.
Only we charge about 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 rupees per each program. Since we understand all of us are going through challenging times and you are in a space of influence, we have done a special discount for all of you at just 2,000 rupees. For just 2,000 rupees, you get this program. You'll also get the bonus sessions, and your contribution benefits hundreds of people who are studying with us free of cost. The Art of Living supports the education of 80,000 children across 800 schools in the 24 states of India. So your money does not only benefit you, but also everybody else. So with this, I like to conclude here and thank everybody for your patience and cooperation. Special thanks to Dr. Naveen for giving us this opportunity. And after Naveen says, if there are any questions, we will take them. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Vinod. With the pranams to Guruji. I think the session was really helpful for participants with the tough time that we all are going through with this pandemic, the stress that we are having in this life. I think this session has helped all our participants, and gave us a thought of how we can make our life easier. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation. And from the management and our department, I wholeheartedly thank Ms. Preeti and Vinod who took this session for all of us. Thank you, and we will keep meeting. And thank you, participants. Thank you.
Thank you.
Participants, I have shared tomorrow's link and the session will start at 10 o'clock. Thank you. Thank you, Vinod.
Sir. Thank you, sir.